police officer said he could recognize the man he had arrested. The defense lawyer decided to test him, and the test worked so well that it got the lawyer convicted. In 1990, Christopher Simac was charged with driving on a revoked license after a traffic accident. The prosecution had only one witness, Officer Ronald Lamort. Simac's lawyer, David Sotomayor, decided to test the officer's memory. He seated a clerical worker named David Armenentos beside him at the defense table. Armenentos looked somewhat like Simac. Both were tall, thin, dark blonde men who wore glasses. The real Simac sat silently in the back of the courtroom. No one was told about the switch. When asked to identify the driver, Officer Lamort confidently pointed at the man beside the lawyer. The judge announced that the defendant had been identified. But after the prosecution rested, Sotomayor called that man to the witness stand. "What is your name?" "David Armenentos." He wasn't the defendant, he hadn't even been at the accident. The prosecutor recalled the officer and told him to examine everyone in the courtroom carefully. Once again, the officer pointed to Armenentos. He had identified the wrong man twice. With its only witness unable to recognize Simac, the prosecution's case collapsed. The judge found Simac not guilty. The lawyer's daring strategy had worked. But then came the second verdict. The judge found Sotomayor guilty of criminal contempt for deliberately misleading the court and fined him $500. After years of appeals, Illinois' highest court upheld the contempt conviction, although the fine was reduced to $100. One courtroom trick produced 2 winners and 2 losers. The defendant walked free. The officer lost his credibility. And the lawyer who won the case was convicted for the way he won it. Based on People vs. Simac, as discussed in Ethical Problems in the Practice of Law. Narrated with Aura Reader, turn your books, PDFs, and stories into natural-sounding audiobooks.